Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kamanja_KE. This is my channel. Feel most welcome and feel most at home. First of all, may I start with this dear greetings. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the position you are watching me from. God is good, and I always ask God to bless you guys. To my dear supporters, my people who I prefer them to be my pillars, God bless you for the support. You always continue rendering it to me. For those guys who are coming in for the first time, consider subscribing to my channel. It's a good channel. You get it is one of the interesting channels. Guys, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and take me to 1,500 subscribers. That is my target this month. For those guys who watch me silently, your support is worthy appreciated, and I take this opportunity, guys, to tell you that I love you from the bottom of my heart. Just because you guys are supporting me, you are together with me, you are encouraging me, you are motivating me, and God continue blessing you from this side. Yes, my good family, as for my thumbnail today, I'll be talking about the kings and queens of hate, kings and queens of blackmail, kings and queens of survival tactics in the streets, in concern or in relationship with Marwa. We've been talking about Marwa in these streets for so long. Every person's platform always talks about Marwa. And this has always left me with a very big question. Why are these guys always talking about Marwa? More so the lazy gang members. And today, actually, I have uncovered the survival tactics. They are earning their livelihood through talking about Marwa. So their survival tactics are what I'm going to explain today. Why are these guys talking about Marwa? The main reason is they want something at the table at the end of the day. They want to earn at the end of the day. But now they have found their game in Marwa's name. They have found their niche in Marwa's name. And that's why they are actually capitalizing on talking about Marwa, 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 Marwa. Marwa is a source of livelihood to these guys. The lazy gang members, you know them well in these streets. I'm not going to mention names. If I mention names, there is no harm because these guys are known. They always talk about Marwa. To start with the Nairobi teacher, JT, M. Carroll, OT or on trending, Black Beauty, Coco Mama, Masubo, Max One, Sejo the Traveler, Gintu Mogesi. All these guys, they always talk about Marwa. In every time they wake up, it's Marwa, it's Marwa, it's Marwa. And that one has made me to go back and actually do discoveries. Why are these guys talking about Marwa? And before I say that, I'm actually they are triggering something from Marwa. For them to live in these streets, they must make up a story to trigger Marwa to talk about that story, so that they keep on being relevant, they keep on living in these platforms. And do I say that Marwa is giving them life in these platforms, is giving their platforms alive when he responds to them? So before I give you their survival tactics, here is my good advice and humble advice to Marwa. Now, Marwa, stop saying, bring those reactions on. You are triggering these guys. you are motivating these guys to come up with more stories. And at your age and at your level, Marwa, you are not the kind of a person to respond to some of these perfunctory statements made by some of these fairly incompetent and inexperienced YouTubers that we have around. They are not worthy your response. These guys are not worthy your response. That is my first advice to you. These guys are not worthy your response. Because they must, these haters, the lazy gang members, must be up to a very big rude shock from you. Anytime they make a story about you, they are expecting something. But if you keep mute, it's a very great big shock to them. So I'm repeating this. They are not worthy your response. Their stories are not worthy for you to respond. You are not answerable to these guys. You are only answerable to your cause and to your vision. These guys are mere distractors of your vision. These guys are mere distractors. They want to get you off balance so that you become like them. They want you to play at their level. And I've been actually telling them that Marwa has his own game and they cannot match your game. But the moment you respond to them, then you are playing their game. You are playing the same court. They see you as the same person at the same level. They can make jokes. They can do anything. They can talk about you. And guys, that is why you see, they all call you a scammer whenever you respond to them. They have a story to make. They call you names. They have been bullying you in these streets. They have been blackmailing you in these streets. Just because of one thing. They trigger you to talk about them. And guys, this is the way, or these are the ways that they trigger I Am Marwa to respond to their destructive statements, to respond to their malfunctioning, to respond to their perfunctory statements. And I've said these guys are just fairly incompetent and fairly inexperienced lazy gang members. They don't want to work hard. Yeah. Guys, one day I said why these guys hate I Am Marwa, and I gave out points why they hate I Am Marwa. Just because they are not, it is jealousy-led guys. These are guys who are led by envy. They just want to be like I Am Marwa overnight. They don't want to work. That's why we gave them this term, lazy gang members. They are very lazy. People sit there and look at things and they start, no, I can talk about this and earn something at the end of the day. So guys, be prepared. And this is my message to Marwa. This is my message to Marwa. The following statements I'm going to make are entirely the tactics, they are survival tactics. And the moment you stop responding to them, you are going to stop their livelihood. You are going to kill their platforms. Because they haven't found somebody who matches you to talk about. They haven't found somebody who is more porous to talk about. They haven't found somebody who is more cooperative, somebody who is ready to respond to them, to talk about. Now they have you. And if you stop responding to them, you will be killing their livelihood. You will be taking their livelihood away from them. And that is their big fear. Whenever you don't talk about them, you can see even their views going down. But whenever they find something new to talk about, they trend. They make it trending from corner to corner. They can even call for live chats and have a committee. They talk in a meeting. They discuss you like they are seeing you. They discuss you like you are just a ball to be played. They discuss you like a theme. And my good members, we know Marwa very well. And we know all these negative statements made against him, what they mean to him, his progress, and even to himself, what they mean. And that is what we want to stop from these guys. So that these guys should find something else to talk about. Not I am _ Marwa. Guys, get ready for this. And actually, let us continue. And I've said, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, actually find your pleasure to subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. Share my channel. Take me. I'm growing. And I'm very happy that I'm growing. You guys are supporting me. Take me to 1,500 subscribers within this month and February. God is going to bless you. Let us enjoy together. Watch your space. Get these points very clear. Now, my good people, if I may start with, I've said these are survival tactics of these Les Gang members. And it has taken me time to look at to analyze very well their videos. And I've come to realize that I Am Marwa is the main pickup line of their stories. I Am Marwa makes their storylines. In the synopsis, in the synopsis of their stories, the main person they are talking about is I Am Marwa. And when I go to bed, I wake up, I always ask myself, why are these guys talking about I Am Marwa? Is it because they hate him? Is it because they are jealous of him? Is it because they want to be like him? Do they want some competition from him? But I've come to realize all those points, yes, they might be adding up to why they are talking to him. But these are the main things why, their main factors that why these guys are talking to I Am Marwa. The main reason as to why they are talking to I Am Marwa is because they want I Am Marwa to respond so that he can continue giving them some life in these platforms. He can continue making their platforms live for long. So that Marwa responds, they become relevant in these streets. They cannot find anything different to do apart from talking about I Am Marwa. Now, guys, we don't call this drama anymore. We have dramas we know from the village and everything. But for Marwa, we don't call it drama anymore. They do it with a major reason. They are doing it for survival. And how are these guys doing it for survival? How are they doing it? For you guys, we have so many ways of surviving. Like I always tell people, we have so many ways of killing a rat. Yeah. If you want to kill a rat, you can use poison. If poison fails, you can use a trap. If that trap fails, then go on. Start looking physically for that rat in your house. Like you have something to hit it. You run with it in the room, in your rooms, in the house. You look for it and you kill it physically. But if all those ways fail and you don't catch that rat, guys, I always tell people, burn the whole house, go make up another house. Because that house, when it burns down, all the rats will be killed. So you go make a different house free of rats. And now, these ways that they are using, if Marwa stops responding, then he will be burning like their whole houses. And they'll be like looking for places to go and do their stuff from there. That is my main thing today. Now, let us actually look one by one the ways, their survival tactics, the tactics they are using to survive in these streets. The Les Gang members, M. Carroll, Nairobi Teacher, On Trending, yes, Coco Mama, Black Beauty TV, I Am Masuboan. We have Maxi, it's Ernest, Sejo the Travel. Let us see the tactics these guys are using so that they can survive and remain relevant in these streets. Number one, these guys always are digging up about Marwa's past. And when I'm talking digging up about Marwa's past, this is what I mean. Guys, we've seen Masuboan bringing up Kohera Senior into these streets. And tell me, if I'm not, how long did Kohera Senior trend in these streets? Just because of Marwa. And why? What was the main reason as to why Masubo brought Kohera Senior to these streets? Why? What was the main reason? Because bringing up Kohera Senior, it was something that was so much attached to Marwa. And every time Kohera Senior came up, Marwa had to be attacked by the Les Gang members. You know Kohera Senior. I don't want to talk more about Kohera Senior. But the main reason as to why Masubo brought Kohera Senior, he only wanted to destroy Marwa. He only wanted to dig down deep about Marwa's past. On top of that, he wanted to frustrate the congressman. He wanted to frustrate Congress dad. That's one way of blackmail. He wanted to destroy this family. He wanted the world to know that I am Marwa. This is the parents. This is what they do. These are not good people. More so, I am Marwa's mother, Congress mom. That was pure cyberbullying. Pure defamation. Because Kohera Senior was a scripted father. Kohera Senior was a scripted character. Somebody who came with his own intention to destroy Marwa. And guys, that story was long trending in these streets. Even now, people come up, they want to talk about that. They want to open old wounds concerning Kohera Senior and Marwa's family. Guys, let us see another thing. When they talk about Marwa putting on dark shades, sunglasses, they always talk about his past. How he came about injuring one of his eyes. One of his eyes. Do you think that one is destructive? Don't you think that one is attention seeking? Yeah? Guys, we have so many people and we have our past. People have their past. And this past always make up a history in our lives. But why should somebody why should you troll somebody's disability? Either natural or man-made. Something that came up. Why should we talk about it? It's just because we want this guy to respond, to tell people. Like when they talk about his first life in Colombia. Yes, my good people, ask yourself, why should they be talking in every story about Marwa's life in Colombia? They only want to dig up something from him. They only want to trigger him talk so that they can find something else in the talk to talk about in their next story. So, that is why they are always digging about his past. Something that they know, this thing is very personal. Marwa is going to talk. Marwa is going to respond. And if Marwa find it very soft and he responds, he gives them, he adds them some life in their platforms. That is what I want to discourage from Maya Marwa. Don't respond. In fact, don't respond to the Les Gang members. What did they talk about you? Give them a deaf ear and move on. Let them burn their houses and leave. Go find something better to do apart from talking about you. Guys, secondly, they have been talking about Marwa's live. Whenever Marwa makes up a live stream or Marwa comes up with a video, they always talk about Marwa's live in Argentina for the past I don't know how many months. They are talking about Argentina and Marwa. Anything that Marwa does in Argentina, they must find a wrong in it so that they talk about. Oh, Marwa has been chased by the in-laws. Oh, Marwa has nothing to do. He does things nowadays like sitting. He is no longer travel commando. You see, they are triggering. They know who you are. They are only triggering you to respond so that you give them life. You bring some food to their table. Starve these people. Let these people go hungry. Deny them that opportunity by not responding about your life in Argentina, anything you do. You see, that life in Argentina, they have now gone as far as bringing the in-laws of Marwa into these stories. When Marwa does this, they must bring him the in-laws. Like now, the attacks on Rocio and baby Maisha every now and then are very destructive. They want to get Marwa off balance. People have been calling Rocio so many names. A witch, I don't know what. Marwa is going to sacrifice people in Argentina. All those things. Just to get Marwa off balance. So that he can come up, respond, Masubo gets a story. He comes, respond, JT gets a story to talk about. They are always following Marwa's activities. Whatever he does in Argentina. Talking about Rocio and baby Maisha. Imagine talking about somebody, one kid who has not even started talking, who doesn't know how the world is. Tell me how these guys are. What are they made of? Are they really human beings? Do they really enjoy like destroying people and damaging people and defaming people in these streets? Karma is coming up for them. Karma is coming after them. And I'm telling you, the moment Marwa stops responding, these guys, their platforms will be like in ICUs. They will be going to ICUs. They will be going to ICUs. I want to tell you the truth. Like now they are insulting Marwa's wife, Rocio. They are insulting the kid. Everybody. They want to get everybody around Marwa so that Marwa will be triggered to respond, talk to them, tell them, no, what you are doing is bad. And when he says that, they form another story. That is one of their greatest survival tactics in these streets. Yeah. Thirdly, look at the way these guys are attacking Marwa's subscribers. Every now and then. When one of Marwa's subscribers comes up and says this or comments about this, they will be on him, attacking him, waiting for Marwa to defend the subscriber. And when Marwa starts defending that subscriber, they will now start attacking Marwa. And their livelihood, their platforms will be leaving. They have been attacking Winball. They have been attacking Mama Janet Harris in these platforms. Not just directly wanting Mama Janet Harris or Winball to respond to them. They want Marwa to respond on behalf of the subscribers. And that is why they are getting their niche in you, Marwa. That's how they are eating from you. That's how they are gaining livelihood from you. And don't entertain them by responding. And I'm asking you once again, help us kill their platforms. If they keep off from your name, they know they won't survive. But you see, they are not going to keep off from that name. They know they have now known so many tactics on how to keep you close to them. Or now they get you to play their game. And that is the only way they play their game. They attack people who are closest to you, your supporters, your subscribers, so that waiting for you to defend, come up and defend. You are a human being. You'll be like pushed. Let me defend my people. When you defend your people, they come and hit you back. That is the nature of these lazy gang members I'm talking about. Yeah. And I've been always there, like telling them, no. You remember what Marwa did, commenting on Irene Naga's video? That one only, like supporting Irene Naga, brought a trending story from all these quarters. You saw Max01, I don't know, I am Masubo, JT, on trending, Nairobi teacher. They were only talking about that statement that you wrote. You gave them life. They earned from it. They earned. Like now, even if you go to, like you take your travel vlogs to a big Amazon forest. Yeah. You go to either Amazon forest, get there, they will start telling people, Marwa is now becoming an animal. He's living in the forest. Marwa has no food in the forest. Marwa wants to be a forest man, to live in the forest. Even if you go to Haiti and meet this barbecue guy, they will say that Marwa is supporting terrorism. They will always find a story to tell people. So your activities, what you do is giving them life in these platforms. It is giving them life in these streets. And they avoid not to actually stop talking about you. Like when somebody starts, like, reaction is there to stay. He is there only to react on you. To react on what you do. He doesn't even analyze. He is only waiting. Anything that can make sense in his life. To us, it doesn't make sense. But for him, it's a very big gain. He wants to harvest. Marwa, stop. Actually ignore these guys. Go mute. Give them a deaf ear and even a blind eye. They won't talk about you. They won't talk about you. Now, guys, another point is the lazy gang members, whenever people come up with the testimonies on how Marwa has changed their lives, transformed them, that is now their soft spot. They want to attack Marwa through there. Like when I Am Paris comes up, talks about I Am Marwa, where I Am Marwa brought her from and everything. They will attack I Am Marwa through I Am Paris. Priska Sagati, the same thing. It will happen. They will start saying, oh, he did this, oh, he did this. Now you see Nasro in the village. Yes, it's ours. We support him. But whenever he talks like Marwa has transformed lives in the village, what does he get from the lazy gang members? People, most of the reactors in the village. They tend to go against him, hitting back at Marwa. Like what you have is, you see these donatos we are talking about. They don't see anything. They always find a story. Like now they are waiting for those testimonials. They will start talking about you, Marwa. Anything that I've told you. Even if your horse is sick, or they have seen dogs running to your compound, they will start talking about it. That is now what is. It starts from the village and goes to Nairobi. From Nairobi, it goes to Germany, Nigeria, all those way to Jamaica. And that is how they are finding a soft spot in attacking you. And that is their survival tactic. They afford to be like they won't stop. Now, the fifth one, blackmail. How many times are these guys like blackmailing you? You are a scammer. But we know here, you've not scammed anybody. These guys are the people who are leading the scam syndicate everywhere. They are scamming guys, they are scamming their subscribers, everything. But they end up telling you you are a scammer so that you can respond to them. How many times they have blackmailed your family? Jim Wangu, David Jr., Congress mom, Congress dad, all those guys. They talk so many things about them. Malicious, very destructive. And again, what happens? They are waiting for you to respond. Like when Gintu comes out telling people that you owe them some money, you never paid them, you never paid the workers in your villa, you never paid Mugesi. Don't you think that story is worth like, can I respond? Yes, I paid you. Now they will come up. How did you pay us? Can't you see that you are giving them some, you are giving them something to their story to continue. So their story is always scripted. Like if I stop here, he is going to give me a continuation from this point. If he responds. And I'm going to make him respond by touching on this. So Marwa, if you stop responding, like you have a live stream and you don't just talk about these lazy gang members, they won't find anything to talk about you. They are only waiting, and they know during your live streams, it is when you respond to so many things about these lazy gangs. You talk about them. And when you talk about them, they come for you. They know now money is coming. They come like, they have now live chats. They cannot go make a video. They go on live chats because they know that is where they are being super slapped. They are getting donations from. They're attracting. And you know, we have people who hate you, Marwa. Either within or without. So many people. And these guys are the people who are supporting the Les Gang members. Like telling them, talk this about Marwa. I'm going to give you this. Tell us more about Marwa. We've been hearing those stories like, let me pay you, you tell me about Marwa. That is how these guys are being triggered to talk about you. And now they are triggering you to respond to them, to make them stories. So that they will still be relevant to these streets. This is 2025. How I wish that you don't respond to anything they talk about in these streets. Starve them. Yeah, starve. Let them starve. They don't have any content. Let them go. And those guys, let them trigger us. Talk about them. Let them trigger us. We tell them, no, you are talking the wrong thing. But don't actually like respond. If you respond, you are giving them more time to talk about you. Yeah. You'll be giving them more time to talk about you. Now, guys, if I may talk about this. We've seen very many people, like Max01, it's honest, demeaning I am Marwa's vision in the village. Demeaning I am Marwa's, like, plans for the village. What does that mean? They don't want your vision. They are no, they don't want, like, anything good. They don't want anything good from you. That is it. In fact, these guys are stumbling blocks to your vision. And they are doing this for one objective. Just for you to answer them. Why you should bring, maybe you should start a tour company. And who you are going to actually employ. And what will be like, what will be you engaging at. It's the same thing when they talk about your life in Argentina. They want you to come back. When you come back to the village, they will find stories to talk about you. You tell them, now, you've been talking about Argentina. Let me go back home in the village. They will start talk about that. When you said you wanted to start like an hospital in the village, you remember what It's Ernest talked about? You remember what Max01 talked about? These guys are pure stumbling blocks to your vision. Not just because they don't want anything good. Just because they want you to give them other stories to talk about from what you tell them. And that is how they have found their niche in you. And that's how they are capitalizing talking about you. And my humble request today, it's a very humble advice. Kindly give them a deaf ear and a blind eye. Focus on your course. Your intentions are pure. Your stuff is pure. Go on with what you want to do. We know at one point people are not understanding as to why you are doing this and that. They really wish to see you traveling from place to place. And whenever you do something, they say that this guy is asking for donations. He is broke. He doesn't have... Such a very nasty and jokeable things that we cannot keep on like getting in. We cannot keep on like consuming them in these streets. We love you, Marwa. And we love what you do. You've mentored many and you've transformed many lives. And that is what we wish that you continue doing. But the moment these guys keep on talking about you negatively, they are distracting you. They are getting you off balance. They really want to talk something about you. And that is what we don't want. So ignore them once and for all. This is 2025. Let them not become stumbling blocks to your progress. Focus, commit yourself, and you're going to achieve. From my side, I say goodbye. God bless you.